I need like a lot of comfort food, and I finally feel like I have the biggest appetite in the world. New president. Yes. Oh. I gotta get ready for Joe. Goodbye.
Dude, you freak. I can literally smell you from right here. Stop.
And I'm like all the way over here. Look. You know, I had a lot of anxiety for the last 24 hours. Once Joe is in, I'll be okay mentally.
Okay, but like...
I'm deeply sitting here with conditioner in my hair, my back, and like my ears and neck. I'm so wet because I ran out of hot water in the shower. Not on Joe Biden's inauguration day. Stop. It could be worse, and it has been for 4 years. I feel like I've waited for this day my whole life, not 4 years. I am starting to get really emotional, quite honestly, because I can't believe that it's today. So before I do, I'm gonna get back in the shower. Just finishing up my makeup. I'll show you in a second. This is so exciting to me because this is the first president that I really, really remember. He was president when 9/11 happened and I was 11 years old, and I do admire George W. Bush. Almost done. I want to do like another row or two under here. Obviously, I wanted a long maxi length padded white snow jacket when Ariana Grande wore one with Toulouse in the Sweetener World Tour arena hallway. You know the shot of which I speak. But now that Bernie's wife has one, it's like, we have to get it, right? We all have to get one because Ari and Bernie, yeah. Anything John King says is a yes for me, unless I don't agree with it, but that's never happened, so I wish they would show him. Can we talk about all these masks? I've never seen so many people at a federal government meeting on the same page in so many masks. Okay, this is it. I changed the top part because I just liked the gems and they were comfier than the stickers. So it's starting. It's my outfit. Bye. I just want to take a few moments before Vice President Harris, President Biden speak and talk about like why this specific election is the most important to me of my lifetime so far, and just like why it's so emotional for me and my husband and our friends, so many of my circle and my friends. I really have not felt as scared and gone through such an unknown in my lifetime as COVID. And I've not really felt as much of like a veil being lifted and like a Wizard of Oz guy behind the curtain situation of sort of like being told that I live in the greatest country in the world, in the universe, and going through the pandemic and kind of like that veil being lifted of that really not being my experience. And if that's your experience, I totally respect that. I love my country and I love the people that live in this country. I feel really let down by my country's government. We should have had a stay-at-home federal mandate and a federal mask mandate 10 months ago. Actually 12 months ago, because that's when the president and his team knew about the virus. And I will never forget the way he treated Black people and just POC in general. And I felt left and a lack of unity from my government. I'm really, really excited for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to take office because I truly, truly feel that they will work to unify our country again and be a president of the people, not the president of one political party. I think like a perfect example of what I was taught growing up and what I expect is like the example of the friendship between George W. Bush and Michelle Obama. They are friends, they get together, they talk, they sit together at funerals, at events, and they're genuine friends. And it's because at the end of the day, they're human. Like, they're both just human with hearts. And they're just people. And that's what this country is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about compromising and having different political motivations and beliefs and priorities, but the ability to rise above just that and just like what you want, you and your party, and really come together and meet in the middle of the aisle. I wish they would sit on both sides of the aisle. I wish there wasn't actual aisles and sides in the House and the Senate. I wish you could just sit with your colleagues. It's just too much division. And I really, for the first time in 4 years, which is how long I've been married, feel so much hope for the country's future. And that's really, it's been the most important election of my lifetime for that reason. Aside from COVID and just talking about police brutality in our country, which is a serious issue, I believe is, we need to reassess police power and funding. No, I'm not saying defund the police, but I just strongly feel that there is racism and there are people killed by the police in our country. There are about 100 people, like in other countries, over the span of several years that are killed due to police violence. In our country, in 2020 alone, over 1,000 people were killed at the hands of police violence. Stephanie's talking, BRB. Look at her hair. I haven't seen that done yet. I love that. I think it's super chunky brown / black and blonde. She's doing great. You can tell she like really practiced, and I love that she's like singing it classically. She's not singing it like Lady Gaga. Oh my god, dude. She just killed that moment. And she has on her, like, I don't know what type of bird that is, but it seriously gives me Katniss vibes. Yeah, like the mockingbird. Look at her.
Jay.
Yeah, mocking. That bit. Oh my god! Her outfit. Yo. Hang on really quick. This is so cool. She's signing as she says it.
Are all about to be part of America is a historic moment of firsts. To administer the oath to our first African American, our first Asian American, and our first woman vice president, Kamala Harris.
Oh my god. I can't believe this. I can't.
And repeat after me. I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear. I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
This is history. This is history for the United States of America.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear true
The first. I can't even stop.
freely. That I take this obligation freely.
The first female vice president. There's gonna be, and we're getting the first second husband in history. God, it's like, it's Jenny from the block, and I grew up watching her.
This land is your land.
God.
This land is mine.
She's the voice of an angel. That was really pretty at the end. She did like an old school sort of cinematic like run up. It was really cool. Thomas made us high protein veggie burgers, and I just got some vegan cheese and sriracha on here. And crispy green bean fries.
So help you God? So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
Officially introduce the 46th President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
We did it, Joe. Joe is talking about unity and being the United States.
We've acted together. And so today,
Exactly why I voted for him.
this time, in this place, let's start afresh. All of us. Let's begin to listen to one another again.
Yeah.
Hear one another. See one another. Show respect to one another. Politics doesn't have to be a raging fire.
Jesus
destroying
Christ,
everything in its
yes.
path. Every disagreement doesn't have to be a cause for total war.
Right, and just
And we must
vicious
reject
news
a
cycles
culture
and
in which facts themselves are manipulated and even manufactured.
yeah, we've had enough of that.
America has to be better than this. And I believe America is so much better than this. Just look around.
I do too.
Looking out in the great mall where Dr. King spoke of his dream. Here we stand, where 108 years ago, at another inaugural, thousands of protesters tried to block brave women marching for the right to vote. And today, we mark the swearing in of the first woman in American history elected to national office, Vice President Kamala Harris. Don't tell me things can't change. And here we stand, just days after a riotous mob thought they could use violence to silence the will of the people, to stop the work of our democracy, to drive us from this sacred ground.
The social
It did not
distancing.
happen. It will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Not ever.
Never.
I will be a president for all Americans. All Americans.
I love my hair color. Like, I'm not even trying to front. This is my natural hair color. And I'm not using a ring light. It's just in my blog room. And I've got a window right there. A little 70s babe. I love it. Okay. Anyway, enough about me. Although this is my channel. I really do like these waves, but you can tell how long my bangs have gotten. These are my curtain bangs. Hey, me BB. She's rubbing around on my tripod. No, you just love me. Oh, we love mommy. Okay, we don't. Yeah, it's time. It's time for a haircut. At-home haircuts are super easy, stress-free. So I'm sobbing again, obviously, because it's Inauguration Day. But I just went into the bathroom to get like my comb and a few things to show you guys, and Garth Brooks was singing Amazing Grace now that Kamala and Joe have been sworn in, and it was the sweetest thing ever. He sang 2 verses, like the first and the second, and then instead of doing the other verses, he was like, I want you to sing this next verse with me, and not just the people that are here, the people at home. Let's come together and unite in love and grace. And he circled back to the first one, you know, the one everybody knows, was blind but now I see. And I mean, like, I didn't even have the breath to sing like all out, but I just was like, was once, you know, like I was so quiet, but I did it. And I hope other people did too. If you like joined in and like spoke or sang the words at home, I would love to know in the comments, because I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll do anything for unity and peace. And if you're still watching, like, good on you for taking advice from like an emotional rando on Inauguration Day about cutting your hair at home. What does that say about you? Like, you want it pretty damp, but not soaked and not damp dry, like my bangs. And I just divided it into 4 pieces, and I took my comb right above, there's my ear, where my ear ends. Took my comb and followed that line right up to where my ear ends and just made a part. And that's, you know, divided into 2 pieces. And then same thing on this side, divided into 2 pieces. And I can't like stress enough, the reason the front pieces are so thin and little is because I'm a witch and my hair is made of straw, but also because I have such thick curtain bangs, such an amass. They're not a hair on my head is thick. So ideally this would be straight. It's not. I'm just gonna hold it straight. Who cares? It's just hair. Hold your head straight and get the rubber bands even. Rubber bands even. They're not, that's fine, we'll figure it out. So I went and got a little towel, and these are our hair cutting scissors. My husband uses them for his beard and mustache, and I use them for my hair and my beard and mustache. Hey, I'm about to shave my head.
No, you ain't. Get in the shower.
Wash that stanky ball sack. You don't want to like take it and go straight across. You want to take it and go up with it, up with it, up with it. I'll link the video that I followed the first time I did this at home below. So I've got my towel in my lap. You guys are on my tripod. And I've got my scissors. Catch the hair there. Like, let's not make it a big deal, you know? Because it's not. I mean, there's just not a lot of hair to work with, you know? We're doing what we can do. But yeah, I'm trying to cut up into the hair, like at an angle. Like, that's how you want to cut hair right there. Oh, and I should say I'm not a licensed. I don't cut hair. A thicker lump right here. It's hard to see through my bangs to do this. I didn't have bangs the last time I did this. Basically, I cut it into, or I divided it into the 4 pieces, and gave myself a haircut, and then I gave myself bangs after that. I wanted to like make sure, you know, I could at least get myself a fucking haircut at home before I gave myself bangs. You feels me? You feels me? Hope you guys can see. Good. I think you can. Open your eyes if you can't, you know? Like zoom in. This isn't Emma Chamberlain's page. I don't have time for that. You know what? Because it's just hair. It doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, that's like pretty straight across, right? I think that looks great, guys. I mean, truly suck me if you don't. Saving approximately $35, $40 to $150 plus tip in the Charlotte area for a haircut. Oh yes, it is a different tier to get one length versus layers, girl. Same-ish length. Yes! Okay. I think you guys will be really impressed by the bangs, how easy they are. They are so freaking easy. It's so cool to do. I love my bangs. They really like have come in clutch for my big ass forehead. They just, oh god. And I don't feel like I have to like notice like my hairline, or you know how celebrities like Ariana Grande and people that wear like the slicked back hairstyles, like they fill in their makeup and hair, people fill in like with eyeshadow, well, hair powder, but yeah, it's basically eyeshadow. And so yeah, just like remember that next time you start to get hard on yourself about what an ugly troll you are. You're not, you just probably don't have hair powder and a hair makeup team. There's the edges. I just sort of like pick out the pieces. You can obviously part it with the comb if you're too legit to quit. I am not. I quit a long time ago. Quit giving fucks, quit caring, you know. You can use like whatever, a scrunchie, a rubber band, a gift from a raven. Yeah. I truly think I've had bangs in several other lifetimes. You want to, after getting it wet and brushing it, you want to sort of group the hair that you're going to cut as your bangs together. Thomas is singing in the shower. He's so fucking precious. He's singing Amazing Grace. Ouch, my gems. My gems. You want to cut a V, and you want to do it like right about the tip of your nose. Look how much my bangs have grown out. Holy shit. And keep in mind they're wet, so the reason you want to like cut the V at the tip of your nose is because obviously like they'll dry and they'll be like shorter. Like, okay, here's my nose, and I'm just gonna go yeet in a diagonal and skeet. Yeet, skeet. Yep. And just kind of keep cutting it just a little at a time. Just in a diagonal on the other side. Let me get this little piece right here. It's pissing me off. And just keep going. Sorry, I love ASMR. I have an ASMR playlist on my other channel. Now Thomas is singing Tiny Dancer. That's a fucking mood, dude. I don't really wear my bangs that straight. Let's see the length we're talking about. Yeah, that's a good length right there. Those are perfect and they'll grow out really nice. Now I will take them on each side and just sort of like like, what am I trying to say? God, I'm so not like a professional. I will, and so it's a straight fucking line, you know? Yeah, that looks so good. Honestly, I'm like literally never happy when I get my hair done. I never leave. You know, like those girls that do the before and after TikToks when they get their hair done and like what a good feeling it is. I don't really get that ever. I always feel like it doesn't look like the picture that I brought. I just would much rather save the money and do it at home. It's really empowering too. Once you realize like how quickly your hair grows, how to cut it yourself. It's like, go to Sports Clips and let you botch it for what? Which is where I would go to save money, because girls' haircuts, there's no reason they should be as expensive as they are. I'll put some oil in it and I'll show you. So here is some oil in there and a little finished vibe. This is just like my natural wavy hair without setting curls or straightening it or anything like that. Really no product, just the defrizzing oil. These are my sweatpants. I just wear your socks on special occasions.
No, every day.
Because they're Under Armour and they're like compression and really quite wonderful.
You think every day is a special occasion, so.
Well, if I'm in the day. Okay, bye. Hot take. What did you think of Millennial Marriage's latest ASMR video about Hot Topic? The people want to know.
I don't know.
You didn't watch it?
Nope. Sorry.
You're a bitch, you're a bitch, you're
Working.
a bitch. A little Cracker Barrel type of themed dinner that I made for me and Thomas. I wanted to show you guys. I used this vegan butter for everything. And these are the rosemary green beans. I did some stuffing also with the vegan butter. And cinnamon, honey, carrots. So we've got like the, you know, just like the country vibes going. And then for our main entree, we're going to have pumpkin spice waffles. Just like all these flavors together, like the rosemary and the pumpkin. I'll show you the waffles too. What are these ones? He's here.
Hey.
Can I show you? Rosemary green beans, stuffing, cinnamon and honey carrots, and pumpkin spice waffles. Like country vibes. I need like a lot of comfort food, and I finally feel like I have the biggest appetite in the world. New president. Syrup shot. Sorry, because my heart. I hope that you have enjoyed this Inauguration Day 2021 and also haircut vlog. Very random, but I just wanted to share the many emotions and really just record this day. I hope that we have a child someday, or maybe a few kids, and then can see just that we were a part of it and how important it was to us. And
see like what we were feeling in this time in our lives. But that's it for me today, guys. Am I allowed to say that when I have 0 subscribers? That's it for me today, guys, and happy to be here. Happy to. This channel is called Soul Aesthetic. It is the sister channel to Millennial Marriage, my original channel. And I just really wanted to have a freaking channel where there's no pressure to be anything that anybody is not. To not worry about like the texture in my skin, the way I edit, how long it takes me to edit. To just like really be free and document sort of like journalistic documentary of my life and like what's good for my soul. Today, saving money, giving myself an at-home haircut, putting hair jewels on my face, and putting my heart and my energy out into the unity of this country, and just relishing in the new president. I'm so happy. And the first ever female vice president. So yeah, if you can just use like a lot of randomness, realness, and seriously good vibes, like good vibes only, from like this little millennial freak, stick around. And until next time, bye.